Nike SB Dunk Low Carhartt from 2004. Filming this right now in 2025. This is a 21-year-old shoe, and this upper is rugged. Super rugged. I mean, it took those 21 years and was like, nah man, it's no big deal at all. It ain't nothing. I will do another 21 years, no big deal, okay? The material itself is so rugged. I'm so impressed. We have some issues, but this video is going to be sole swap of a 2004 Nike SB Dunk Low Carhartt in under 5 minutes. Now, first thing we do restores is we send our customers a unboxing video so that they know exactly how we received their shoes so that there's no issues later, right? One thing that I pointed out is obviously this crumpling, but I actually think that being in a shoe last, we are going to get rid of a lot of that. I'm hoping. I don't know what they use for interfacing under this, but I am really hoping that we can get rid of a lot of that crumpling. When you have an older shoe that somebody sends you, an older SB Dunk Low, usually the Zoom air unit is going to be flat. There's not going to be any air left in that thing. They get it back. They can't say that you deflated their air unit or anything like that, okay? What we are going to sole swap with these is not a perfect match, but this is something the customer wants, and I actually think it's gonna look really cool. This is a pretty recent Dunk release, and obviously the midsoles do not match in color. However, when the Carhartt was new, this was a creamier brown, okay? It wasn't as dark as it is now. Was it this light? No, it was not this light. But I still think this is a pretty good deal, especially considering that these are on sale right now on the Nike website for 80 bucks. Okay, a brand new Dunk for 80 bucks, and you can use that as a donor. I think that's a great deal. Interesting about these Dunks, they're regular Dunks. They're not SB Dunks, but they have SB Dunk laces. It's pretty neat. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do, obviously, is remove the laces, remove the insole. I'm gonna clean the laces, clean the insoles, and then I'm going to remove the stitching around the outsoles and then remove the outsoles. I'm gonna get this into a shoe last. I'm gonna give it a good cleaning, and then I'm gonna try to bang out some of these crumples here, and then leave it overnight. I'm gonna take the donor, I'm gonna remove the laces and the insoles, I'm gonna remove the threading, and then I'm gonna put it in the oven at 250 degrees for about 30 minutes. Ovens vary, and you need to take it slow with this. You cannot just raise the temperature because you want it to be done faster. There is polyurethane padding in here that will shrink. It could deform the outsole, so you don't want to do that. Once this donor outsole is removed, I am going to clean it out with acetone. That's the only time I ever use acetone on these jobs. And then I'm going to give it a nice little sanding of about 60 grit, like a hard grit, but not too much, just so that when we bond, we're bonding onto some new rubber on there. I'm gonna take our Carhartt and I'm going to skive off the existing glue so that way we can bond onto just the material that was under the glue so we can get a good bond. And then I'm going to apply glue onto the new donor outsoles, and then I'm going to apply glue onto the Carhartt. I am going to bond. I like to start in the front, the very, very front, and then work my way to the quarter panels on both sides. And then I do the very back heel, and then I work my way back to the front of the quarter panel where I ended the first time. Once that's done, I'm gonna get it on my trusty hand crank sewing machine that is specifically made for this purpose and stitch these outsoles back on. Once that's done, I'm gonna glue down the new threads on the inside. I'm gonna put the now clean insoles in. I'm gonna put the now clean laces back on, and then we're gonna be good to go. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next one.